This little device can get you Wi-Fi access from almost anywhere. It's cool, but it's not without its problems. Let's take a look at the Kajeet SmartSpot. The Kajeet SmartSpot is a device known as a hotspot that uses cell service to create a Wi-Fi signal. There are lots of ways to use the SmartSpot, but it's particularly useful in the age of working from home and distance learning. Let's take a look at what's included in one of these packages and how to use it. The carrying case is pretty nice. It's rigid and it has some foam on the inside to protect the SmartSpot from damage in transit. A little carrying handle is also a nice touch, as well as a label sleeve. These things are good for educational purposes where you might label devices for certain students and you'll have students carrying them back and forth from home. Also included are a wall wart and USB-A to USB-C cable for charging, as well as an instruction sheet on how to use the device. I will say the instruction sheet is pretty limited. There's not a lot of information on here, and Kajeet's website is pretty lackluster as well. The SmartSpot itself feels pretty premium. The housing has a nice rubberized texture to it, and the buttons provide a pleasant tactile feedback. One area of improvement would be the screen, which is really small. It's 1 inch by 1 inch, and the top has several indicators, which makes it feel a bit crowded and hard to read. Also, the glossy panel on the front with the power button and the screen does collect fingerprints really easily, but those are really my only notes on the build quality. The cord and the wall wart are built fine, but they aren't exceptional. They appear to be the first generation of USB, which would make them the slowest specification, but anything more powerful wouldn't really be necessary for some charging and occasional usage on a computer. There's a back cover you can pry off to reveal the battery, which is rated at 3,300 milliamp hours. This is a pretty decent battery size and is slightly higher than the most modern generation of iPhones. It also gets a lot more out of this battery since it doesn't have to power a large display or do complex things on a logic board. Next, let's dive into how to actually use the SmartSpot. To power the device on, press and hold the power button until you see the welcome screen. Wait for the device to power up, and after a few seconds, you'll see a screen that says Kajeet SmartSpot. This is the home screen. To access the menu, press the menu button on the top of the device. I recommend cycling through the device's menu before entering any of the pages so that you'll be more familiar with the layout. The 4 pages on the menu are Device Info, 2.4 GHz Wi-Fi Info, 5 GHz Wi-Fi Info, and then Back Home. Let's go through each page. To navigate the menu, your power button will be the select button, and your menu button will cycle through pages. So to pick an option, hit the menu button to navigate to it, and then hit the power button when you want to go into that page. Device Info will tell you the SmartSpot's model number, its IP address, the device version, ICCID, MDN, and IMEI. You will see the first 3 options on the first page of the Device Info page. Hit the menu button again to access the next page of info. The model number would be useful for inventory purposes and keeping track of what model of SmartSpot you have. You can use the IP address to manually connect to the SmartSpot if it doesn't appear in your device's Wi-Fi settings. The second page of device info is useful for tracking how much data your device has used. The numbers themselves won't tell you anything, but if you go to kajeet.com/status, you'll need to enter the IMEI to receive that information about your device. Device info won't help you connect to the SmartSpot, it's just some background info about what the device actually is. That's what the Wi-Fi info pages are for. These pages tell you what network to look for when connecting your device to the SmartSpot's Wi-Fi, as well as the password for each network. The Wi-Fi info pages will help you get connected to your SmartSpot. These pages tell you what to look for when connecting your device to the SmartSpot's Wi-Fi, as well as the password for each network. Both passwords are actually the same on my model. I can't actually tell which network I'm connected to, and there aren't multiple options listed when I see the SmartSpot in my wireless option connections. This is a little weird since 2.4 and 5 gigahertz are 2 different speeds, and if I wanted to use more speed, I would want the 5 gigahertz network, but I can't connect to it individually or the 2.4 gigahertz, so I'm not even really sure which speed I'm actually getting. The back home page will take you to the home screen. Those are all the options that you can access internally from the device. Once you're online, the SmartSpot's Wi-Fi is pretty snappy, but there is a major caveat: the device restricts internet access. This function is probably meant for educational applications, but it's pretty drastic even by those standards. A huge issue is that YouTube is one of the sites that is defaultly blocked on the Kajeet SmartSpot. And a lot of educational websites will embed their educational videos via YouTube, which is more space efficient than directly uploading the videos to their site. So if you're trying to access video, your plan manager needs to enable YouTube, which I'm not even sure is possible. You'll have to do this if you want to watch things like Khan Academy, any Discovery Channel content, or even YouTube Kids is actually blocked as well. So if you're trying to access really any video, your plan manager needs to enable YouTube, which I'm not even sure is possible. I haven't had that option myself. If you want to watch anything like Khan Academy, any Discovery Channel content, or even YouTube Kids, you'll have to enable YouTube in order to view that content. Speed tests were not impressive. A simple Google speed test shows about 9 megabits per second download, and I never got above a 1 megabit per second upload. This is miserably slow for anything other than web browsing or minor word processing via Google Docs. Luckily, you won't even be able to access much else, so that problem has been solved for you. These speeds were even more sporadic once I connected two laptops to the same SmartSpot. One laptop would get a faster speed than the other on one test, the other would get it on the next, so it's kind of hard to tell. Unfortunately, it's also pretty hard to get your hands on one of these hotspots for individual use. They are just not available for individual sale. You won't find listings for them on Amazon or even eBay. And on Kajeet's website, sales inquiries are only allowed for organizations, and you have to make an account to even see pricing. This is because Kajeet probably requires the purchase of a data plan in order for these devices to operate, which makes sense considering their use of cell signal. However, it makes them less accessible for people who just want to get Wi-Fi access as quickly as possible. All in all, it is a pretty cool device. I'm glad I got the chance to test it out. I actually only got the chance to use it because I'm doing some live streaming work for a local school, and we wanted to have this as a backup plan. Now, I am pretty sure that this thing is not going to work for any kind of video streaming, given the data rates we just talked about. But for doing things like word processing and simple Google searches, it'll be really great for someone who just doesn't have access to Wi-Fi. The plan for the device that I'm currently using gives me access to 30 gigabytes of data per month. And I think that's a pretty reasonable rate considering that you're basically only doing word processing or web browsing anyway. Your web pages aren't really going to take up that much space or that much bandwidth. So 30 gigabytes is probably plenty for a month. I would imagine that if you're using this thing day over day over day, that usage would start to add up and you might get close to your limit, but I haven't gotten anywhere close with my usage. One problem you might run into is if you have multiple kids with multiple devices trying to use this thing, it probably wouldn't be able to support much higher bandwidth than 2 or 3 devices probably. That would also eat up your data cap much quicker. One thing Kajeet mentions on their website is equity and getting more Wi-Fi to more people. And I think this device is something that's really good for that. It's nothing crazy, nothing over the top. You can't watch video. You'll probably have trouble downloading images and things like that. But for just getting online, typing, getting assignments done, something like this is really good for that. And if there's someone who doesn't have Wi-Fi, then this is something that can get them online really quickly. As always, thank you for watching. Below my face right now, there should be a thumbnail of another video that you can watch. If you enjoyed content like this, leave your reactions and comments below, and be sure to subscribe for more content like this. I will have a link in the description so you can read more about the SmartSpot. And thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.